Okay, so I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how I played Treading Water, a song that kind of started with me. I started with the guitar hook, and through the channels that it worked its way through, it ended up with Jake Torrey and Rollo, and so it ended up being the song by Said the Sky, which is a great track. There's only two chord shapes that I'm using here. I'm only playing the bottom four strings of the guitar, so the lower four down here. I'm not playing the top two strings, and I'm capoed at the second fret. The two shapes I'm using are basically a major and a minor shape. Actually, I think of it more as a root inversion major and a first inversion major, and I don't want you to get too confused. There's not going to be any quiz on this. If you stick around to the end, I'll show you kind of my thinking of how I arrived at this particular chord progression. But basically, we're going to start out with a major, kind of a root inversion major chord-ish. And so what's going to happen is the D string, the fourth string, is going to be open all the way up. Now, because we're capoed at the second fret, that D string is now an E. We're in the key of E, and the first chord we're going to play is an inversion or a version of an A major chord. In fact, an A major triad. So what I'm playing is I'm capo, and then at the fifth fret, I'm putting my second finger on the fifth fret, my first finger on the fourth fret, and then open D string, and then my pinky on the sixth fret. So I end up with these four notes. A, C sharp, E, and C sharp. And then on the right hand, all I'm doing is I'm just playing thumb, first, second, third, thumb, first, second, third on every downbeat. So the kick drum, if you can hear the kick drum, or if you've got a kick drum just going through your head at all times like I have, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. The thumb would be on the downbeats, and then you just follow through with the... Okay, and then what happens is the next chord, I just take that shape and I move it up 2 frets. And so instead of being at 5, 4, open 6, I'm going to be at 7, 6, open 8. Okay, again with the capo at the second fret. Okay, and that's the same shape. So this is basically an A major chord. This is kind of a B major chord, but it's really, I would call it a B4. Don't worry, there won't be a quiz on this, but that's basically a B triad with a fourth in there. That open D string creates some tension. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 of these and then 1 of these. And then the next one is a different shape. You could think of it as a minor shape. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I think of it as a second inversion or first inversion major triad. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my third finger, and I'm at the 9th fret. Then I'm going to play my first finger on the 7th fret, and then the open D string again, which is actually E. And then I'm going to put my pinky up here at the same fret that my third finger's at. Okay? So that's also going to be at the 9th fret. We have 9, 7, open, 9. Or you can think of it also as 9, 7, 2, 9. Because you need to have the capo there. And you're going to do that 3 times. And you're going to slide it up 2 frets. Okay, and again we have that tension. So we're going to be at 11, 9, open, and 11. Okay, and then we go up and we go to the 12, 11, and open 13, and we get the last chord, which is actually the root chord of the key. It's key of E. So we have E, G sharp, E, G sharp, E major, and then back down to the first chord. So I'll go slowly here. You got that? All right. Now, how did I get there? Well, interesting. I've been using. Where's my pick? I've been using. You know, everybody uses power chords. That's been done to death. And I started using instead of root and fifth, I started using root and thirds. Just like the sound of them, I felt like they were more pop. So I was doing that for a while, and then I thought, hey, you know, it'd be cool is if I added the third, went up an octave on the third of each of these chords. So that progression would be like. So I did this on a bunch of pop records. And then one day I just said, oh, and I think I was in open without the capo, but just imagine I'm with the capo, I'm playing. I go, oh, that I could do that, and I was kind of just messing around like that. But one of the problems with this was the second chord has a bit of dissonance, that half step there. That really doesn't sound very good by itself. In context, it's beautiful. But I didn't want to sit on that chord too long. So what I did was I played 3 beats of this chord. And I used that more dissonant chord as a passing chord to get me to this chord. And the same thing with this one. This one also has dissonance. It's got a D sharp and then the open E from the open D string with the capo. That's dissonant too. So I didn't want to sit on it too long. So I just did the same thing. I did 3 beats of the first chord and 1 beat of the second chord. And I think one of the things that makes this song magical is that it goes back to the 4 chord. It spends a lot of time on the 4 chord. And I'm using a pick, but I actually use my fingers on the recording. And I'm pretty sure I used this guitar. And I use a little bit of compression on the front end before I even go into the computer, because I really like the compression. Really kind of gets that fingernail sound to kind of jump to the front of the mix. And so I really like the humanness to make sure that it makes its way into pop music when I'm playing, the stuff that I work on. So the squeaks, I don't really mind too much. I mean, I use Elixir strings, so they don't squeak too bad. Elixirs help with that. They cut back on the squeak. But I do like... And the compressor will also bring out those squeaks. So be aware of that. If you put too much compression on, it can be real annoying. But well, I've had a blast being part of this song, and I hope you like the song. I hope you can get this down on guitar and have some fun with it, and play it, sing it, and perform it, or whatever. Do YouTube videos with it. God bless you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.